Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Right to the air is Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
Another run now for Nwangu. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. That is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to the running back, Mulangu. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. To throw is Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this 10-play. The Charger drive about 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Second down and 3.
Let's get in that end zone.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Chargers at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Herbert now. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Touchdown! Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 11 at the 41. Up the middle, Nwangu. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kene Nwangu hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And then we set up a good field position here.
Advantage, it often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Herbert on first down now. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Herbert. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Herbert throwing again. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, 63 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
You know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go ahead and it worked really well for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Yardage back to the 29. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. It's Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 29 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Duvernay in motion. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, here's Luongo. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Duvernay in motion. Handoff right side to Luongo. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Hamler, the motion man left. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. It's deep for Duvernay. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. After the turnover, here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
This time they stay on the ground. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now it's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll go right back to the Wagyu. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. It's deep for Duvernay. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. 54 yards. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a give running left is Nwogu.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Back to Nwogu again on 1st down.
Into the fight. And will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Kene Nwogu
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back. Now Davis fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They started on the ground with Eckler.
And he'll get a couple past the 20 to the 21.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
KJ Hamler.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And that one too wide and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Up and good. And an important one that is as we're all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Duvernay in motion. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. On the give, this is Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once more, here's Eckler. Oh, good move. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now 2nd and 3. Herbert now. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, 31 yards. And the Chargers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. They will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, is being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. On the toss, here's Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, Jackson. And it is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now Jackson on second down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third and short, they'll try option left. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. Plenty
of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
Here's 2nd down and 3. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's 1st down. Jackson drops this off with Nwangu. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's